Hey everyone. Hey, I hope you had a good weekend. And those of you that celebrated, I hope Easter was a wonderful day for you. I know it's really difficult to be away from families, but I think we're all doing the best we can, right? And I just want to check in and say I hope all of you are staying healthy and safe, doing what you can. I know there's a lot of criticism out there about masks and gloves, etc. And, you know, for what it's worth, my opinion, whatever you have to do to make yourself comfortable and stay safe. You know, if you want to walk around in a hazmat suit, so be it. I mean, none of us know what the other guy's going through, right? Fear is a powerful thing. I don't like to obsess on it, but it can take over. Some people are more fearful. You know, some people are going through chemotherapy. Some people are the higher risk and they're very afraid. So if they want to wear a mask and gloves and a gown or whatever it takes, then that's what they're going to do. And I just say, be safe and be healthy to get us all through it, right? I also want to thank, I know there's a lot of you that are listening to this, but I just want to say thank you to the military, the grocery people, the healthcare workers, the postal people, the truckers, the delivery people that are just out of the kindness of their heart delivering things to people, and all of you that are on the front lines of keeping us going. There's not enough thanks to tell you thank you, and we all so much appreciate you. So thank you for that. You know, now more than ever, home is our sanctuary. And as much as sometimes you get cabin fever, it's nice to have a place to go and shelter and know that you can go somewhere for, like I said, your sanctuary and be safe. So stay safe, all of you, however you do that. So I hate to inundate your inbox with information, but honestly, as I get information, I do like to pass it on to you. And I've been asked again some questions about the market as we go through this. So I want to touch on a little bit of business, and then I want to tell you about a couple of articles and links that I'm including in this email. Some good news and some funny stuff, because we do have to keep our sense of humor, right? So let's get to a little bit of business first. I have attached to this email the latest updates on the CARES Act. Summarizes a little bit more. They have updated some things. So it's an attachment. You can download it, save it on your computer, print it out, whatever you want to do. It's just going through a few updates, which I think is something I want to keep all of you updated on. The other thing is I'm being asked a lot about the market and what's going on. And first of all, though, I do want to touch on the SBA unemployment and mortgage loans and claims. Right now, everything's so inundated, and it's going to take some patience. I know system's not set up to handle all of us going there at one time. So are going to have a little bit of patience as that goes through. I do appreciate the feedback and comments I'm getting on some of you that have dealt with your mortgage companies. Now, you all have to call your own mortgage company and talk to them if you are having a problem making the payments. So, most all of them are going to work with you for the next 3 months on forbearance or deferring the payments of your mortgage payment. Doesn't mean you won't have to pay it. It just will go to the back of the loan. Now, I'm hearing that some mortgage companies are at that end of that 3-month period, giving you that 3 months. They're having options 1, 2, 3, and 4, maybe restructuring your loan or working with you another 3 months or a refinance. So every mortgage company is different as far as what they're going to offer or work with you on. They're all working with you. It's just all different. So keep that feedback coming, because it is helping people to know how everyone is being dealt with on different levels. Again, they're inundated too. So patience, right? So I'm going to speak with regard to the housing market right now, just San Luis Obispo County. You hear me say it, you probably get sick of it, but I don't have a crystal ball. I'll just put that out there. And everybody needs to know what's going on in their own market. So real estate's a market by market entity. So in San Luis Obispo County, we have an active market. Things, of course, are slower with buyers seeing property. I'll touch on that in a second. But over the last 7 to 10 days, we have had 44 new listings come on the market. In that same time period, we have had 53 go into escrow and there are 60 closed escrows over that 7 to 10 day period. So our market is, of course, active, but not like it was. February, before all this started, was the most robust, highest amount of sales that we've had year to date, prior to the coronavirus having the shelter in place, etc. But we still have in our area listings coming on the market and buyers looking under strict protocol. So here's the deal. When you go see a property in San Luis Obispo County, us as realtors we're still allowed to show property under CAR, California Association of Realtors, and National Association of Realtors strict protocol. There's forms that you have to fill out as a buyer and a seller. Seller allowing a buyer to come in, buyer signing that they're coming in, and understand the coronavirus and those protocols. For listings, we're having shoes off, masks, gloves, of course, wipes to wipe down everything. As a listing agent, I will go to my listings and turn everything on, let people in, keeping that social distancing, wipe down everything if necessary. And for a buyer, if a seller's comfortable with you coming in, we'll meet at the property separately and follow the protocol. Now, for my business, if you are someone that has listed your property with me, if you are comfortable, and only if you are comfortable proceeding, we can put your listing on hold or leave it on the market. And if you're not comfortable with folks coming in to see your listing, we don't do it. If you're a buyer actively looking and you're not comfortable with going into listings, you're not going to do it. Getting back to, as a buyer, another form of this protocol is we've got higher looks online than we ever have had. And that is a protocol that the potential buyer does look at your listing online and does provide a pre-qualification or pre-approval letter. So you have to have those things before you can even enter the property. So, and a drive-by. I recommend a drive-by to see what you think about the house, the neighborhood, etc. So those are also in place. But for me personally, with you folks that I'm working with, if you're comfortable, I'm comfortable. If you're not comfortable, I'm not comfortable. So that's how we're playing it, a person by person thing right now. So if you are someone you want to list your property now, I wouldn't say not to, but you, as a person selling your property, you're going to realize more days on market. That's a given, right? And we're going to have stricter protocols for people to come into your property. So it's just a different entity, more, like I said, more online viewing than ever before. And that's a good thing that people are still looking and it's still active in the virtual world. So that's how we're doing it. That's what's happening in our local market. So we're going to put business aside now. If you have any questions about any of that, please reach out to me and I can further answer your questions. Okay? Now, getting to the fun stuff. So it's really so heartwarming to see us as human beings be innovative in this time and what we can do when we're sheltered in place, right? There's so many really cute, wonderful videos out there. John Krasinski, if I'm saying his name correctly, from The Office, that series The Office, he's put out on online some good news. He calls it SGN. And I have to tell you, episode 2, which I am going to put in the link into this email, is absolutely wonderful. He's got some news about the communities and what they're doing for each other, some heartwarming stories, and at the end of episode 2, a performance. And it's quite interesting how he put that together. So I really want you to see that. It's very uplifting. And for my community, and probably yours, for Easter, they had people cut out Easter eggs, cardboard, wood, whatever, paint them. I saw one gentleman made a mobile out of Easter eggs, and the kids could go around and count how many Easter eggs they found on homes and things. I mean, really innovative. There's kids having birthdays still. They stand out on their front porch and a parade of their friends go by. They drop off balloons or presents. I mean, that's almost like your child gets their own special parade, right? There's so much of this. There's musical, uplifting music videos that are going on and people from their home. And some of these television shows. They're doing the Zoom meetings. And I know in my office personally, we've had our meetings online, and it's different and really kind of fun. So there's some really wonderful things coming out of this, that we're innovative people. We're social, and we find a way, right? We find a way. So keep that going, and I'm not saying that in these times you don't get down. We all do. But if you reach out to someone who is more shut in than normal, phone call, a little note to them, a little email, or maybe even a little video, sing a song to them or something like that, I mean, nothing's off the table when it comes to this kind of thing. And I want to leave you with some words from my dearly departed father. He was such a positive person. He was pretty much always up. He didn't like to be down, but once this song came out, Don't Worry, Be Happy, it was his theme song. And I have to tell you, we all us kids made him a t-shirt for Father's Day one year, and he wore that shirt out, I'll tell you. But one of the lines of that song is, in life, there'll be trouble. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry, be happy. And this is a very fearful time. It's a time that causes anxiety. But if we really dwell on that negative stuff, it's just going to get in there and bring us even further down. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not downplaying this virus. I know there's folks that have lost their life, have been very sick from it. If you look on the Worldometer, I don't want anyone obsessing on that, but you'll see recoveries are up. Diagnosed cases have flattened out in some areas, and not as many being diagnosed or positive tests every day. So there's really a lot of positive, and if we put the good stuff in, then it can keep us up. I'm not saying it's all butterflies and roses every day. It's not. But if you can get a little positive every day on something, or something that warms your heart to see how us as humans can really help each other, that's a good thing. So remember, this hasn't come to stay. It's come to pass. And I want you all to be healthy and happy when we come out the other end. All right? Listen, questions, comments, you just want to talk, give me a call, and I'm hoping to reach out to each and every one of you as we go through this, and take good care. I care about y'all. Thank you for listening, and we will talk soon.